Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you some tips on how you can improve your practice to any study that you choose, but today I'm going to be playing the Ernesto Kohler study number 2 from Opus 33. So I'll go through the tips first, and then at the end of the video you can hear my final result. Tip number 1, make sure that you have downloaded a metronome. You can download this for free on any smart device, so there's absolutely no reason, if you have a smartphone or a tablet, there's no reason why you can't have a metronome, and a metronome is essential for good practice. So once you've got your metronome, choose your beginning tempo, and it's going to be much slower than your final tempo. So if, for example, my final tempo is going to be around 110, so I'm going to start my first tempo on crotchet equals 40. And I'm going to play through this study at this tempo, making sure I'm making no mistakes at this speed. And I'm focusing on really smooth, easy, relaxed fingers and really good sound. So that is the first tip. You just want to really completely slow it down in your mind first. Once you've done this and you feel comfortable, then you can start to bump up your tempo. Just maybe 10 clicks each time, 10 to 20. And the other thing I want to say is make sure you subdivide your metronome. So if crotchet equals 40, you're going to put it on 80, so you're playing with the quavers, not the crotchets. Tip number 2, you can also play in different rhythms. This will just challenge your brain in different ways and make your fingers feel the notes a little differently. And one of my favorite practice techniques is practicing it in accents. So for example, you might accent the first note of each group of semiquavers, and you particularly use this for sections where you're finding it's a little bit more difficult than normal, than other sections that you might find easier. So you would accent the first group of each semiquaver and do that for around 8 bars, and then you'd accent the second a note of each group of semiquavers. So it sounds like this. Here's the first group. And then we've got the second note of each group of semiquavers being accented. And then the third. And finally the fourth. Also, you can take out all the slurs and just tongue each note and do it really slowly. And you're wanting to just, again, slow down your brain, slow down your fingers, making sure everything is really rhythmical and metronomic. Because you can't be expressive and free until you've set your foundation with your music. And the foundation is rhythm, really good rhythm. And finally, just make sure that you've circled the areas which are a little bit more challenging for you, and you want to work out between which two intervals are your fingers or the palms of your hands tensing up, because they will usually be the spots where you tend to rush over those bits because you're fighting against your body. So you want to find where those spots are and really just practice relaxing the palms of your hands. For example, maybe going from a D to an F sharp, because we're switching between the pinky and our second and third fingers, and also our index finger has to come down. So it's this, you want to focus on really good coordination between those fingers, and sometimes, you know, you might get a little blip between each of the notes because your hands are tensing up, and that's going to mess up your rhythm, and then that's going to mess up all the notes around that area. So after all of that practice, here's my final result for the Ernesto Kohler study number 2, opus 33.